So it's Mitch McConnell's birthday is coming up. He's turning 75 this week, and he's still alive. And he's...
Turtles live a long time.
If he comes out of his shell, it's another 6 weeks of winter. There he is. There's Mitch McConnell.
Oh, that is mean.
But this is a segment we call Unhappy Birthday or Have a Shitty Birthday. So have a shitty birthday. So the point of this, there's back to Mitch. The premise of this segment is that when someone famous, a political figure dies, everybody's got to be nice. You can't say something mean about them because they're dead. You have to honor the dead.
Right.
Just because Antonin Scalia was a horrible, horrible person and vile and loathsome in every possible regard, you got to honor the dead. So you can't say anything. But there's no such restriction on someone when it's their birthday. So, with Mitch McConnell turning 75, I thought I would share some of the lowlights of the Mitch McConnell's career. Now, we all despise Mitch McConnell. He's the worst. He's horrible. But what a lot of people don't know is that he started his career as really a moderate Republican.
He was a moderate?
He was a moderate Republican. Here's some of the...
He only wanted to restrict abortions on Mondays and Wednesdays?
No, look at these are some of the issues that he supported over his career.
No!
So, early in his career, collective bargaining rights, minimum wage increases, a waiting period for gun purchases, a ban on semi-automatic weapons. He watched the MLK Jr.'s March on Washington, the speech that MLK made.
No way!
And spoke favorably of it at a college that he went to later.
No!
He supported abortion rights. He supported Planned Parenthood. The ERA, he traveled the country working to get the ERA passed. Anti-apartheid legislation, and we can't really see it because of the bug there, but reductions in campaign contribution limits. This is all early in his career.
Yeah, it had to be early.
They were all early in his career.
It had to be real early.
And then, yes. So it's
that's literally when he ran for class president.
No, these were
in 8th grade.
No, I'm sorry, Jim. These were real issues. I mean, like some of them were parts of larger bills, but like the gun rights stuff were parts of larger crime bill. But he did support them. So, but it's not just that he's become a hideous right winger, because there's a bunch of them. But he's in a leadership position, which is tough enough. But he's not an ideologue. He doesn't even believe the shit that he is promoting. He is all about money and power, and that's all he cares about. So he has just become this shell, if you will, of his former self, and he's just a purely political animal. He's not like Jim Inhofe, who really genuinely thinks that climate change is a hoax. He's crazy, but he really believes that. Mitch McConnell is, doesn't believe that climate change is a hoax, but he's not convinced. He's a skeptic, but he's only a skeptic because he's doing the bidding of oil companies. It's all about, he's purely the apotheosis of the evil corporate money system that we have.
What is apotheosis?
The ultimate example of something.
Okay. He would be the epitome.
Yes, he's another one is the epitome, exactly.
Or as Brian Regan says, the epitome.
Epitome, sure, that works too. So a couple of the lowlights of his career include that he sort of pioneered the idea that Senate Republicans should filibuster low-level judicial appointments, which led to a shortage of judges and all around the country, and that persists to this day. This was decades ago.
Really? That was his idea decades ago?
In 2006.
It works, by the way.
Yes, it works very well, and now Trump gets to name a bunch of them.
Yeah.
In 2006, he publicly criticized Senate Democrats for urging that troops be brought back from Iraq, while privately urging George Bush to bring some troops home from Iraq for political reasons. While he was telling Bush, you got to bring some of those troops home, and the Democrats who were publicly saying that, he publicly criticized them for being against, for being against the troops.
So that, what would you call it? You call it being duplicitous?
It's duplicitous and hypocritical and cost lives,
and cynical.
But he's the ultimately, he is the perfect example of the cynical politician, the slimy politician who was pure cynicism. Okay. So now a lot of this is other stuff that people know. During Obama's first term, he said that the single most important thing we want to achieve is for President Obama to be a one-term president. Then after that, he lamented the quote-unquote foul corruption of partisanship in D.C. that he blamed on Obama. I mean, and he's doing that today. Now he still blames the Democrats for partisanship when he is so obviously all he cares about is partisanship. He refused to schedule any hearings for Merrick Garland. I mean, if that's not rank partisanship, I mean, and yet he blames it on the Democrats. It's the Democrats' fault. So now this one is sort of a pet peeve of mine. He, in 1996, in his campaign against Democrat Steve Beshear, he ran television ads that warned voters to not get Besheared, that included images of sheep being sheared. And that's just on a comedy level, I find that offensive.
Say it again.
He was running against a guy named Steve Beshear. And
not Martin Beshear.
No, Steve Bashir. You're fixated on these cable news guys. So his television ads warned voters not to get Bashired like a sheep. And he was a play on words.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad. But the last one we
Sheared? That's what he's using?
Bashir, yeah. Okay. So the last one, we have a graphic for this. In a 2014 fundraiser, he expressed his disapproval of the McCain-Feingold campaign finance law, saying, "The worst day of my political life was when President George W. Bush signed McCain-Feingold into law in the early part of his first administration." Okay, so why he's saying that, allegedly, from his perspective, is because he believes in free speech. And McCain-Feingold was a limit on free speech in campaign contributions. But what he doesn't even realize what he means. He says it was the worst day of his political life because it was a new law limiting campaign contributions. That's the real reason that it was the worst day of his political life, because it potentially restricted the amount of money he could collect. And the corruption that he could be involved in. So, for all these reasons, you can come back. We're done.
I thought that was the worst day of his life because that was the day doctors informed him his chin lift surgery was a failure. No?
That's not his political life.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, for all these reasons and more, I want to sincerely wish Mitch McConnell a horribly shitty birthday. I hope it's miserable. I hope you don't get anything you want. I hope nobody remembers except us. And although they will, because it's the 75th and they got a lot of people have to suck up to you. But I just want you to know there are people out there who want you to have a shitty birthday, Mitch McConnell, and Jimmy and I are in agreement on that.
Hey, are you sick and tired of corporate Democrats? So are we. So why not become a member of the Young Turks and help us say no to corporate money? If you become a member, it helps support shows like the Aggressive Progressives who are pissed off at corporate Democrats. Go to tytnetwork.com/join. It's only $10 a month. It helps keep us independent and keep bringing you the truth.